That you done those affidavits to help cuff out if this your man. That's it. That's all. If you my man, and I can help you get out of jail, or help you get out of position, any position that you're in, and I know I don't play no part, I'm coming to help you.
The conflict between 50 Cent and the BMF family is intensifying, and it's becoming increasingly personal. Initially, 50 called out Big Meech and his son, Lil Meech, but now he's turning his attention to Meech's nephew.
Just being with him everywhere, seeing nice things all the time since I was born, so I always knew that he was doing something. I mean, I don't know, it could have been anything. So I had a fun childhood, crazy childhood.
The situation is escalating rapidly, and if there's one thing everyone knows about 50 Cent, it's that he thrives on controversy. He's relentless when it comes to feuds, and this one is no exception, and has been targeting Meech for some time. But things took a serious turn when he started making direct accusations. He implied that Big Meech cooperated with authorities, and in this world, calling someone a snitch is a major provocation. But 50 didn't stop there. He intensified his attack by flooding social media with cryptic messages, lyrics, and subliminal shots. However, when he paired a rat emoji with Rick Ross lyrics, it became clear that this was more than just online banter.
Big homie from the hood, he's like an uncle. I look at him as like an uncle, though.
Okay, and where you from in St. Louis?
Peabody Project.
Oh, you from Peabody.
Then, on February 25th, 50 escalated the situation even further. He took to social media and posted what he claimed were legal documents proving that Big Meech had worked with federal informants. These documents, allegedly obtained from social media personality 1090 Jake, suggested that Tammy Cowens used information from Meech to assist authorities in dismantling high-level drug networks. These were not just vague allegations. Real names, real cases, and serious implications were involved. But 50 wasn't only focused on Big Meech. He also set his sights on Lil Meech. This part of the feud is particularly surprising, considering Lil Meech plays his father in 50's hit series BMF. One would assume their working relationship would be strong, but that doesn't seem to be the case. He began publicly criticizing Lil Meech, claiming he was struggling on set and even hinting at substance abuse issues. He alleged that Lil Meech was forced into rehab, and to add more weight to his claims, he mentioned that other cast members, including Russell Hornsby, had witnessed everything firsthand. Then, rapper 42 Dugg got pulled into the situation. Allegedly, he gifted Big Meech $100,000 upon his release from prison, something that didn't sit well with 50 Cent at all. As expected, 50 made his disapproval known in his signature fashion, taking to Instagram to call out Dugg. He implied that the money should have been directed elsewhere, making it clear he wasn't pleased. T posted a direct message to Dugg saying, "Your father, my guy, I love you and I appreciate you, but giving Screech $100,000? That should have gone to your own people." The statement carried a strong undertone, suggesting that 50 believed the money was misplaced. However, 42 Dugg wasn't about to let that slide. He fired back on his Instagram stories, standing firm behind Big Meech and making it clear that no one was going to change his loyalty to Detroit. When blogs picked up the $100,000 story and ran with it, Dugg was quick to dismiss it as false information. But 50 wasn't done yet. He came prepared with receipts. As the controversy spread, the tension between 50 Cent and the BMF family only intensified. The accusations against Big Meech kept gaining traction, especially with 50 continuously fueling the narrative through social media. With every new post, he made sure the public stayed locked in on the drama. But things took another turn when Lil Meech, who had been relatively quiet, finally decided to address the situation. Lil Meech took to his own platform, responding to 50's claims in a way that was both direct and dismissive. He denied having any issues on set and completely shut down the rumors of rehab. However, 50 wasn't done. He doubled down, claiming that not only was Lil Meech struggling behind the scenes, but multiple cast members could back up his version of events. Meanwhile, 42 Dugg continued to stand firm behind Big Meech. He maintained that the $100,000 he allegedly sent was his decision and had nothing to do with 50's opinions. But 50, in his usual fashion, wasn't about to let that slide. His posts became even more pointed, throwing shade at Dugg and insisting that the money should have gone elsewhere. The situation grew even more complicated when new leaks surfaced. This time, they weren't just text messages or social media posts. Actual audio recordings started making the rounds. The leaked conversation between Big Meech and Puffy's nephew became a major talking point, further intensifying speculation. The recording revealed that Big Meech was being confronted about his ties to Tammy Cowens, the woman accused of cooperating with federal authorities. Despite the mounting pressure, Big Meech refused to give a clear answer. Instead, he remained defensive, insisting that he didn't owe anyone an explanation. He challenged critics to produce official paperwork if they truly believed he was involved in any cooperation. But that stance only added more fuel to the fire, with people now questioning why he hadn't cut ties with Tammy in the first place. Then came Baby's explosive interview. In his sit-down with Dogface TV, he pulled no punches, diving even deeper into the accusations. According to him, Big Meech was fully aware of Tammy's alleged cooperation with the feds. He claimed that the entire situation was tied to a supposed deal that would have reduced Big Meech's sentence. If true, this revelation could change everything, and it didn't end there. The legal documents Bebe referenced suggested that Tammy wasn't just involved with one case. She had allegedly helped connect multiple individuals to federal investigations. Names like Fidel Suarez and Dion Cuffey started circulating, making the entire ordeal look even worse. The biggest revelation? That Cuffey ended up with a harsh 27-year sentence, allegedly because of third-party cooperation linked to Big Meech. As these accusations gained momentum, 50 Cent made sure to keep the public engaged. He continued his social media assault, making it clear that he wasn't done exposing the BMF empire. And just when it seemed like the situation had reached its peak, 50 hinted at something even bigger: a full-blown documentary featuring Tammy Cowens herself. If that documentary sees the light of day, it could completely shake up everything we thought we knew about BMF. But 50 wasn't stopping there. He was still going after Lil Meech, leaking messages that painted a different picture than what Lil Meech had been telling the public. And with every move, the feud kept getting more intense. As the drama escalated, 50 Cent continued to put pressure on the BMF family. His social media posts became even more relentless, making sure the public stayed glued to every twist and turn. But the biggest bombshell was yet to come. Rumors started circulating that 50 was working on a documentary that would expose every hidden detail of the situation. The main focus? Tammy Cowens, the woman at the center of the entire controversy. If this documentary were to be released, it could shake the very foundation of the BMF legacy. Meanwhile, Lil Meech found himself in an increasingly difficult position. Despite his public denials, leaked messages and behind-the-scenes whispers painted a different story. Some sources claimed that Lil Meech wasn't just upset with 50, he was genuinely worried about what might come next. He had already seen how 50 dismantled other celebrities through social media, and now it looked like he was next in line. Big Meech, on the other hand, remained defiant. Even with all the accusations, he refused to openly address them in detail. Instead, he stuck to his usual approach, letting the paperwork and court documents speak for themselves. But for many in the hip-hop and street community, that wasn't enough. They wanted clear answers. Was Big Meech really working with someone who had cooperated with the feds? And if so, why? Then came another major revelation: leaked legal documents. That suggested a connection between Big Meech and government informants. These documents, shared by individuals close to the case, fueled even more speculation. Some people argued that the papers weren't enough to prove anything, while others claimed they were undeniable evidence of wrongdoing. At the same time, 42 Doug continued to stand his ground, refusing to back down from supporting Big Meech. He made it clear that he wasn't going to let outside voices, including 50, dictate who he could support. But 50 wasn't about to let him off the hook. He clowned Doug repeatedly, making fun of the money he had allegedly sent and questioning his loyalty. As all of this unfolded, the hip-hop world watched closely. Debates broke out online, with some fans siding with 50 Cent and others defending Big Meech and BMF. The controversy reached a point where it wasn't just about a few Instagram posts. It was about the legacy of one of the most infamous crime organizations in hip-hop history. The biggest question remained: would 50 actually release the documentary? And if he did, would it bring to light information that could permanently damage the BMF brand? With 50's track record, It was clear that he wasn't bluffing. He had already built a reputation for exposing people, and this time it looked like BMF was his next target. For now, the battle raged on, with no signs of slowing down. But one thing was certain: if 50 Cent had his way, this was only the beginning. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support helps us bring more amazing content. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.